Obviously, Chris had one of the most beautiful and ferocious voices in the history of rock music. I'm going to tell you how I met Chris Cornell. So when Rage Against the Machine broke up in 2000, Tim and Brad and I knew we wanted to work with Rick Rubin. We're talking about who might be the next vocalist for our band. So we listened to a lot of CDs, we watched a lot of videos, we kept coming back to Bad Motorfinger, right? Just a great record, great songs, great singing, and great lyrics, but there was something in Chris's vocal delivery and the lyrics that felt kind of eerie to me, like a little, it unnerved me, so I wondered what that dude was going to be like in person, right? So he lived in Ojai, it's about an hour north of LA. So Rick and I go up there, we're driving in my 1985 Chevrolet Astro van, right? So Rick Rubin normally drives in a Rolls Royce that's like inside another Rolls Royce. So he was slumming coming up with me. But anyway, so we go up to, it's late afternoon, dusk is coming on, and of course Chris lives in the last, loneliest mansion at the top of the last, loneliest hill as the skies are darkening. The trees are darkening, dusk is upon us. We finally pull into the driveway, there's a bunch of motorcycles around, and this kind of Transylvanian staircase that goes up to the gilded doors, right? And the doors, I swear to you, they open Addams Family style, like with nobody opening the doors. And out walks Chris Cornell, 6'2", lanky of frame and dark of countenance. And he begins slowly loping down the steps, 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Rick turns to me and goes, "Let's get the fuck out of here. Our souls are imperiled." But fortunately, we did stay, and what a pleasure and honor it was to make those 3 Audioslave records with my brother. Now, obviously, one of the greatest voices in the history of rock music, and it was a pleasure to stand beside him on stage and in the studio for all those years to watch that humble friend and rock god at work. And while Chris wrestled with demons throughout his adult life, he managed to harness those demons and ride them like a motherfucking lightning-infused Marshall Stack Strap chariot of mythical power to create some of the greatest rock and roll of all time. And while Chris was a friend and a bandmate, from the first time I heard Loud Love, I never stopped being a fan of him and his great music. We are saddened he is gone, but the memory of his unbridled rock power, his outrageously perfect hair and chiseled chest, and most of all his music is with us forever and will never, ever be outshined. Now, early on, during a dark period, Chris went missing. During a dark period in Audioslave, he went missing. Nobody had heard from him for weeks. He did not return calls or texts. It was a very worrying silence. We were all deeply, deeply concerned. Then one night, in the middle of the night, he sent me a text that said this, totally out of the blue. "If you swallow the coin from the wishing well, your dreams will come true in heaven or hell." And the next day, I wrote this song for him. It's called The Garden of Gethsemane. That's the place where Jesus had his moment of doubt. Just need a little bit of quiet for this one. I promise you it's heavy metal bangers the rest of the way. Okay, but we'll do the buddy system. If your buddy starts chirping during this one or wants to talk about their fantasy football game or their luck on the baccarat table or whatever, turn to them and very, very quietly say, "Shut the fuck up." Doing this for Chris. Side of the dirt road, an old Chevy wreck. I climbed through the window, I sat in the back. I gathered my thoughts with my head in my hand. My next of kin, my listed demands. I slipped from shadow to shadow. I saw things I should not see. The moon rose high over the garden of Gethsemane. I know who I'm for, who I'm against. I pull the shades tight. I built me me a fence. I dug a tunnel deep and wide. I sit at the bottom, I wait for the night. I slipped from shadow to share. I saw things I should not see. Moon rose high over the Garden of Gethsemane. Morning has come. Clean clothes on the line. There'll be no tomorrow. I'll rise and I'll shine. If you swallow the coin, no wishing well, your dreams come true in heaven or hell. I slipped from shadow to shadow. I saw things I should not see. The moon rose high over the Garden of Gethsemane. Take my hand, down we go. Take my hand, love, down we go. Take my hand, down we go. Take my hand, love, down we go. Thank you.